Hello and welcome back. Today is going to be a lot of fun. We are going to get into some of the fun rules in the intimacy exercises. And this is really important to go over so you know what is expected of each of you. If you've been following this series, this is going to be number 5. And the best part of the book usually is the end, where I go over the intimacy exercises where you and your spouse get to touch each other and do some of the fun things that I recommend. But before we start on that, we have to go over the rules involved. So before starting, it's important to set the proper groundwork. Now, if you have the book, you can follow along with me. Otherwise, you might want to take out a pen or pencil and some paper and write some of this down, because we're going to be going over the 6 golden rules in this chapter. First, you're going to be putting some safety measures and boundaries in place so that the two of you can enjoy the intimacy exercises at your own pace and reap its full benefits. This chapter also covers the concept of intimate space and how you and your partner can create the ideal environment. This is important. I don't know if many of you know, I don't talk about it that often, but I did intimate design for many years, and I still recommend it to my clients when they come in for counseling. And I've included it in this chapter of the book, which is setting the groundwork. It's so important that you have a space where the two of you can feel comfortable in, that you can have intimacy, romance. Know that it's not cluttered. Design it so that it's more open. You have a place to move around. Candles are a great way to give a nice glow. Lighting is very important. You also want to declutter. When you want to get intimate and you notice that there's some work on the ground, or you have some old pictures piled up, or you can't even get to the bed because it's got so much stuff, whether it's kid stuff or animal stuff. I know people that have pictures of their kids all over their room, or they have their dog's bed there. None of this promotes intimacy. So you want to put all that stuff away, declutter, and make the room just for the two of you. So when you go in there and you close that door, you are cut off from the rest of the world. And it's also fun. So one of the exercises I give to couples is, if you want to decorate your room, it doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money. You can go through some magazines together. You can go on the internet and look through some sites like Houzz, Houzz, I think it is, has some great pictures of bedrooms. The two of you can agree on the feel of the bedroom, maybe what the style is. Paint is not very expensive. So the two of you can repaint your room in something that is peaceful to you or makes you feel comfortable in. That's really what it's about, is the space is comfortable, romantic, peaceful. It's easy to get new bedding and pillows. That doesn't cost that much. And if you can change lighting on dimmers, that's wonderful. Putting up some drapes or some blinds if you want to close off the light, that way that you can control the light. And maybe hide a desk if you have paperwork or something out, you want to get rid of that. Just declutter. And even if you have a big TV set staring at you, again, that's kind of distracting and not romantic. Maybe you want to put it in an armoire, or you can find a picture that you can put in a place. So there's different things that you can do to make your room an intimate space for the two of you. So after you've done that, then you're going to need to get these 4 items that are going to help you with the intimacy exercises that I'm going to be discussing with you. One of them would be a blindfold. Number 2 would be candles. Number 3 would be soft pillows. And it's always good to have a water-based lubrication on hand, just in case you need one. And let me go back to the candles, because there's some great choices with candles. I love the soy candles that turn into warm massage oil. They usually smell nice, they have a wonderful glow, and you can pour the hot oil right onto your hand. I'll say warm because it's not hot, it's warm oil. So you already had the oil warmed up. It's hypoallergenic. You can use it anywhere on the body, and it's great to have a couple of those handy. That really sets the stage for romance, and that's what we're talking about here. Now, let's talk about the ground rules. Okay. The first rule is that you and your partner are responsible for taking turns to initiate each intimacy exercise. The person initiating leads the exercise throughout the session. When a couple shares the responsibility of initiating an exercise, this takes the pressure off the other, along with the rejection that so often ensues. Alternating also gives the party who is usually more passive the responsibility of claiming his or her preferred expression of intimacy. Flipping a coin is a great way to decide who starts. So the point of the taking the turns is when you're in a relationship, many times it comes down to one person is initiating and the other person may be rejecting. That also adds to the pressure of the intimacy. And so if you both take responsibility for equally initiating the intimacy exercises that I'm going to be laying out for you, it'll make them much more enjoyable. And it'll also show that you are equally interested in your relationship. And that's another aspect of this, is that you're both working on the relationship. The third rule is with regard to preparing the space. And that's part of what I talked to you about, making an inviting space, decorating it, and so on and so forth. Fourth, you and your partner are highly encouraged to work on each exercise for at least 20 minutes. That said, both of you are completely free from the pressure to perform. If one of you is aroused at the end of the session, you are encouraged to take care of your own sexual needs without expecting your partner to join in. Next, it is highly recommended for you and your partner to write down your feelings in the respective notes section in the guidebook and share these with each other. Whenever possible, it's best that both of you also spend some time having discussion about your experiences and adding the positive aspect of it, what you liked about it, not what you don't like, but what you liked about the intimacy exercises that the two of you were doing. But don't pressure your partner to speak if they don't feel like it. Last but not least, follow the order of exercises listed in this guidebook as much as possible. These exercises have been specifically developed to facilitate a couple's journey of introducing intimacy in a relationship. It also establishes the initiating process so that both of you can immerse yourselves progressively. Now that the groundwork's done, we are going to go ahead and have some fun. So I'm going to lay these out in the next video for you, and I will be getting that to you soon. If you have not had a chance to look at the other videos in this series, please take some time to do so. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, leave your comment, and subscribe to my channel. As you know, I believe everyone deserves to have a healthy sex life, and so do you.